guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make birria de res. There's so many ways to make this recipe. Everybody makes it different. My mom even makes it a little bit different. Within time, seeing different types of recipes, I've pretty much added my own little twist to it, and since then I fell in love and I love making it. And not even that, but it's so easy. So I want to go ahead and show you guys how easy it is to make this. So go ahead and stay tuned so I can start showing you guys how. Okay, so to get started, here I have 4.5 pounds of beef chuck roast, diezmillo and trozo. If you have no idea how to look for it or ask at the store, I will be showing you guys on my next clip. So stay tuned for that. And here I have a small whole bag of chile guajillos. I'm going to be using the whole chiles. So this is a small bag. I purchased this at my store for like $1.69. I'm also going to be using garlic and onion. For the garlic and onion, in my next clips I'll show you guys how much each measurement, and same for the oregano and the bay leaves. And these are cloves. These could be a little tricky if you have no idea, if you've never used them before. I'm going to be using about 3. I'll show you guys on my next clip as well. These are how they're supposed to look like. In Spanish they're called clavos, and English they're called cloves. So if you don't know where to look for those, usually where you buy in the Hispanic section, I believe Walmart should have them as well, where you get your oregano and your chile guajillos, that brand El Guapo. That's where you should be able to find the clavos. So they're gonna say cloves or clavos, so it should be easy to find. Okay, so this is what the meat's supposed to look like and the name of the meat. So just make sure you get this type of meat. Okay, so here I have my chile guajillos already boiling. So you're just gonna let them boil, and then we're gonna go ahead and add them to the blender. Okay, so for our sauce, I already added all of my chile guajillos. I'm gonna add 2 of the cloves. Oops, 2 of the cloves. I'm gonna add 2 garlics, about this much of onion, so it's about 1/4 or less, pretty small amount. Two cups of water I have here. First I'm gonna add half of it, and then I'm gonna see if I need more because I don't want it to come out too watery. And some salt. Don't worry about the salt. The salt we could always add later. Okay, so to begin with our meat, I already have this pot and I already added oil, and we're gonna be searing the meat. My meat's already cut it into chunks, and we're also going to be seasoning it with salt and pepper. Don't worry so much about the seasoning, because we're gonna be seasoning it later. So you just want to add some salt and pepper to begin with, just so it can start contributing its flavors. And then you're gonna grab it, and just as I'm showing you now, that's pretty much the chunk size that you want. Just make sure they're all about the same size so they all cook evenly. And we're just going to begin adding it into our pot. And remember, we're going to be searing it, not boiling it. That's my little twist that I like to do first. I like to sear the meat first. I feel like it brings so much flavor into the meat. Besides just going straight into marinating the meat. That's usually other recipes where you just marinate the meat. If you want to marinate the meat first and then add it into the pot, then go for it. I just feel like it gives it a different flavor, searing the meat first. So you want to go ahead and sear it. You want a golden brownish color of the meat, kind of like if you're making steak. It's gonna smell so good, and you're gonna see how good the meat's supposed to look like. And I'll be showing you guys exactly what the meat's supposed to look like. You want to make sure you sear the meat. You don't want it to come to a boil. So I kind of have it on medium to high heat, so we could start searing the meat. Okay, so this is how we want our meat. Just like that. See all that right here? That's what gives it all the flavor. And then we're going to put it to low heat, and then we're going to begin adding our sauce.
So I head out right and I turn left from the college, and I go straight down. And then at the lights of like the Valero, like when you're turning to go to the car wash, right? I go into the right lane, and who's next to me? The BMW. I'm like, oh, okay, we can play. And the whole lane, like it was clear, so I was like, oh, this is nice, like all the way to those apartments. So I was like, oh, this is fucking nice, right? So the light turns green, and like they're like, I go, and I'm like, if they want to race, let's see. So I go, and then at first they just like fall back, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they didn't want to go. So then they go, and they pass by me, right? And I step on it, and you can hear the turbo go, and then, right? So then we go all the way to like the apartments, and it's not a real M5, because they had like a little M5 badge, but it's like a 2007 BMW, right? So obviously, like they start falling back, and it's like, haha, I win, right? So then we get to.
Okay, so after you strained all of the sauce, we're going to begin adding more water. As you could see, I filled up my pot with water. I honestly didn't measure it. I'm sorry about that. I just began adding water little by little. You just want enough to cover your meat. So I'd say just cover your meat and then add more water too, just so when it starts boiling and then when it's cooking, the water doesn't go down. So just add, I'd say a little more than halfway. And then we're going to begin adding our onion. So that's like 1/4 of an onion. I'm going to be adding 3 bay leaves, hojas de laurel, and the rest of my oregano. And that's all you're going to go ahead and add into your pot. And we're going to season as well. The salt, you could add very few. You shouldn't worry as much, because eventually we're going to begin tasting afterwards to see if it needs more seasoning. But you want to put a good amount of salt so it begins adding all its flavors together. And you're just going to kind of mix it around to make sure it covers all of the meat. And then just let it come to a full boil, and then we are going to put it on low heat. Okay, so after my meat is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and lower it to low heat. I'm going to cover it, and then I'm going to let it cook for about 2 hours. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours, and I'm going to go ahead and check on my meat to make sure it is fully cooked. And to find out if it's fully cooked, you're going to go ahead and grab some of the meat, and then you're going to pick it up. And if it starts to shred, just how mine is starting to kind of want to separate on its own and shred out, that's how you know the meat is done. When it easily dissolves and it's nice and soft, just like that. That's perfect. It's nice and done. You could let it cook for another 10 minutes just so it could be nice and soft, more softer. But yeah, the meat is already pretty much done after the 2-hour mark. So go ahead and you could turn off your stove, and you could go ahead and take some out and start shredding it. Okay, so here I'm removing the bay leaves, and I'm also taking some of the meat out because I'm going to be making tacos, so I'm going to begin chopping up my meat. But you don't have to do that. If you're going to have this on the side, rice and beans, your meat is already soft, so there's no need to chop it up. I preferably like to do that, so it's optional to you if you want to go that extra step and chop up all of the meat, but you should be fine just like that. In my next video, I will be showing you guys how to make birria tacos as well. There you have it, guys. The birria is done. I went ahead and added some onions, cilantro, a little bit of salsa, and the perfect sides that go with this are rice and beans. You could also make birria tacos, which I'll be showing you guys on my next video. So yeah, guys, I hope this video was very easy to understand. I love making this, and I just wanted you guys to see how easy it is to make. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you.